Welcome everyone to another edition of Abandoned and Alone, the House Always Wins edition. My name is Ian. This is a Mythos Busters production where I, Ian, go solo, go truly alone through a campaign. This time around, we're taking Joe Diamond through Return to Dunwich Legacy. Last time around, I built the deck, so you can go back and watch the deck building video. This time around, I'm actually getting the campaign started, taking Joe into the Clover Club. A couple things. Yeah, I know there's some technical issues last time around, especially with lag, so I've adjusted a lot of stuff, a ton of stuff. So hopefully those things will be cleared. I'm not sure. Hopefully they won't come out like potato quality, but if so, I tried my best. But hopefully at least the for those watching live, the lag is minimized, at least not as crazy as last time. And for those catching the YouTube later, hopefully we won't have any cutting out issues or the stream cutting out early as it did last time. That being said, let's go ahead and switch on over to our handy dandy tabletop simulator screen, and we can get started with this and find out if the house truly does always win. Hopefully it won't. As part of Joe Diamond's setup, we set up an insight deck. I'm just going to quickly, before I shuffle it, show you what cards I chose to take out this time around. Keeping in mind some of the stuff we talked about last time, since I know that Beyond the Veil is not really an issue in this one, I'm just throwing Delay the Inevitable in the hunch deck this time around. I've got Working a Hunch for later in this scenario, but I took out stuff like Scene of the Crime, just because there's actually not a lot of grabbing clues. I'm kind of curious how Joe will do in this one, because House Always Wins throws a lot of, especially like seeker type investigators, for a loop, because the early part you're not really doing the typical like clue gathering things. You're not grabbing clues off locations. You're doing all this weird gambling and drinking, fun activities that cost money and do random success mechanics. But your kind of usual like gravy cards to get clues don't do as much work. So anyway, I threw stuff like Emergency Aid in here, No Stone Unturned, Preposterous Sketches. So just kind of a grab bag. I honestly don't know how key the hunch deck is going to be. Let me shuffle it up. I threw my shortcuts in here because I find shortcut to be a key card in House Always Wins, because of the pace of the scenario and how you need to, like, especially at the end when monsters are charging into the back to get you, you really need to be able to get out quick. So that being said, let's give a last shuffle to our deck, and then let's draw 5. I'm really hoping to see the hawk folding. What is that thing called? The folding camera. Some kind of folding hawk camera. Mainly because I want the extra will for when I try to parlay with Morgan later. Having 3 will make a big difference. I was just thinking how I didn't put Fine Clothes in this deck, and that would have been good for the scenario and maybe take those out when I upgrade, but well, forgot to do it. And one thing that got cut out in the end of the deck building video, but you can see in the deck list, is I drew my random basic and it ended up being Psychosis, which is not the worst weakness in the world in my opinion, but of course famous last words. So let's draw 5. Okay, we do have our, what is this thing called? Hawkeye folding camera. I was close. So good. We got guns. Guns are good for, we're going to need to fight right away. Okay. I have to remind myself, because this might be one of the few times I've gotten his guns out early. I always end up like drawing them late in the game when I don't need them, when I already have other weapons out. So maybe, yeah, we'll see. We have Malison. It's actually a decent hand. And Return to Dunwich Legacy, you don't know what lounge you're going to get, but if I do get the lounge where you discard an ally to get clues, it would be good to have one of these guys. And Luxley, doesn't do terribly much in this scenario until the end. So I think, how do I want to play this? I'd like to see an enchanted blade, but I mean, I can roll with this. This will bump me up to 5 fight. Okay. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna have time to do some strange solutions, so we'll put that back. Do I need both allies? Malison is really good for this scenario. So do I keep both, thinking that I might dump one? I think so. I think I'm actually going to play Malison. Because later, like, the fact that I could draw a conglomeration of spheres and then Malison could just, like, chuck it back, I would be happy to do that. Okay, maybe I'll just draw one then. Like, I could put the guns back and hope to get my blade instead, which gives me a little bit better fight. But I don't know if I want to play that game because I might not draw it. So let's just draw one. Warning shot. Sure. Maybe it'll come in handy. And this is going to get shuffled back in. Cool. So... Bertez, let me catch up on chat a little bit. Gorfax mentioning not a Gorfax is a huge fan of Solo Joe. Such a cool design for the playstyle. Yeah, I found that at first people were talking about how busted he is. I think he's good, but I don't think he's busted because he has some, like, his defensive stats, low will and low agility. 2 will, 2 agility, kind of balance him out a little bit. Even though he is still really good. Don't mistake me. What am I intending to get with the solution, Bertez asks? I was thinking the acidic Ichor because Joe can't take big guns. He's limited in that way. So later in the campaign. But I do have shrewd analysis, so maybe I take roll the dice a little bit. And yeah, I'm going to have to think. I honestly haven't thought it through as much as I probably should have. Probably because I'm not planning on identifying the solution probably till next scenario, hopefully. Extracurricular activity. And Bowaski mentioning House always wins, always makes mulligan decisions harder. Yeah, as we just saw. It's a very wonky scenario, especially to start out level 0. So, let's take a look at what we're facing if it's been a while for you. 4 doom threshold for the first. All the criminals are aloof. We need 4 clues, which is kind of a lot in solo to advance. And taking a look at our map, we start here at La Bella Luna. 1 clue. And our friend the pit boss is at the lounge. And so the reason why I wanted a weapon is because we're going to have to fight him sooner rather than later. And he has 4 health. He's kind of a toughie, 2 damage, so I needed some way to deal with him. So that was kind of my number 1 priority. So, that being said, we don't necessarily need to get our weapon out like today, because all the criminals are going to be aloof, and any rats I have enough combat to just punch. So, first, let's get our spend 2 to get our Hawk Eye folding camera, and hopefully we can take a picture of the seedy restaurant, and for some reason that will raise Joe's will. So after the last clue is discovered, place 1 resource, and then when there's 1 or more evidence, each resource counts as an evidence, then I'll be up to 3 will. So let's try to investigate at 4v2. Nope. Do I try again? Yeah, I think I try again. This is probably going to be my last shot before the pit boss comes here. And once he's here, he hurts you if you grab a clue. I really wanted to get Malison out to avoid any nastiness, but he can wait a turn. Let's try it one more time. Take a look at what icons I have in hand. Not gonna toss my guns. don't want to get rid of Luxley just in case I'm going to sacrifice her to the lounge. I guess it's technically not a sacrifice, but whatever I'm doing. Let's try it again. Okay, there we go. So let's go ahead and grab that clue. We took our picture of La Bella Luna. We're going to toss a resource on the folding camera. And now Joe is at 3 will. Woo! If we can do that again later in the scenario, he'll have higher intellect. So not the ideal scenario for Hawkeye folding camera, but in some ways it is, because you get that initial clue and all of a sudden you got one more will that you can use to parlay with Morgan later, which was basically my game plan going into this scenario, so much as I had a game plan. Bertez mentioning saw that -3 coming. Yeah, I kind of did too. And that clue will be nice for Malison too. Yeah, it'll be nice Malison fodder. So he exhausts to cancel an encounter card, but part of the cost is placing a clue on your location, so you need to have a clue to do it. Cool. Well, we have to resolve the hunter keyword during the enemy phase, which means he's going to move and say hi to us. Show us to our table, I assume. And then we're going to refresh stuff. Draw a card. You know what I did? I didn't do the hunch deck at all, which I find myself often forgetting on TTS. So let's see what we would have gotten. I'm not going to change what I did. I could have working and hunched it. Yeah, I probably would have done that. To retcon or not to retcon? That changes quite a bit, actually. I'm just going to keep it as is. Let's see, what would I have done differently? I probably would have just grabbed the clue. I would have had 2 actions. I would have put down Malison would be the big difference. Yeah. You know what? I'll just say that it'll be there for later, potentially. That's a greater chance that it'll show up. I just have to remember to actually do my hunch decks. Okay. I got Scene of the Crime. That's not going to help me for the foreseeable future. 1 Doom. Let's just make sure I shuffle that encounter deck. I get a little paranoid. See what we get. We got a mobster. Okay. I actually like that draw right now because we're all the way up at La Bella Luna. So even if we get something like, what's that treachery called? Hunted Down, that causes them to move later, they're far away. Okay. So first action, let's move. Well, we don't want to be part of this mobster party anymore. And okay, we didn't get the ally one, which I'm kind of sad about because that's what I wanted. Let's... How do we want to play this? The stage, if I remember, is spending a resource to get a clue, which is a pretty good deal. We're still gonna need... Yeah, that's actually a good deal, because then I only have to do the bar or the card room. I don't have to do both. Okay. Yeah, so let's spend our second action to move there. And... Okay, so we spent 2 actions. Do I get my guns out now? Do I get Malison? I forgot to do the hunch deck again. Okay, that's fine. It wouldn't do anything. I know this is going to happen throughout the campaign where I forget my hunch deck. Okay. Is Joe going to sing? Do I sing the song now? I think they have to move through the lounge first, yeah? Is that how the connections work? This is connected to the bar, and it's connected to the lounge. They only can go to the lounge. So I have the time if I want to get Malison out. Let's see, get Malison out. Get the guns. I'm gonna need the guns out. Maybe I prioritize the guns before Malison. Although I do still have some turns, and I might get an enchanted blade instead. So let's get Malison out for now. Is the end of my turn. And then this will shuffle back in. Hopefully that's going to show up when I need it. But it probably won't. Hunter keyword, he's going to move to the lounge. That's where he's at. I'm going to refresh my stuff. It's at the end of my turn, the Hunchduck shuffles, yeah. End of the phase, yeah. Slight difference, but in solo, no difference. Okay, shortcut, good. I want as many shortcuts as possible for the end. 2 doom out of 4. Okay, if there are no unengaged criminal enemies in play, there are. If there are one or more, each of them moves one location towards you. Okay. That's gonna make things a little trickier. Because now he's gonna be in my face. But But I could cancel it, and it's only 1 shroud. And then grab the clue, which boosts up my Hawkeye camera. Right? Because it's the last clue. But then we don't know what I'm going to draw instead. Could be something worse. I'm just catching up on chat here. Jailbird, why not do the Hunchduck face up and shuffle it? Much easier to do that way in TTS. Yeah, maybe that would be a good way for me to remember. So yeah, let me do that. I'll do that when my turn starts. Okay, I gotta figure out what to do here. So Malison, so I'm gonna shuffle and get something else. Basically what that does is save me an action, because I don't have to come back here. Okay, you know what, but then I do spend an action to recover the clue, basically. But all in all, it's an action to move away and move back here. Yeah, let's just try it. So Malison, I'm gonna drop my clue here. Hope this doesn't come back to bite me. I'm gonna shuffle this back into the deck, right? I always have to double check to make sure my memory of cards is correct. Yep. Shuffle it back into the counter card. Hope I don't get something worse. A thug. Okay. Gotta remember all my camera shortcuts. So thug goes there. Okay, this place is filling up with enemies, but okay, let's flip this over and shuffle it. Okay, prep sketches. Yeah, thanks, Bertez. It's hunch time. Okay, so first action, let's try to go 4v1. Yeah. Skull is what? -2. Okay, so success. Give me that clue back. And now, yeah, after the last clue is discovered from our location, so we get a Hawkeye thingy. So now I'm a 5 intellect. Nice. Pocket Daisy. Okay, cool. So I think I should now get prepared for what's coming. 1, 2, 3, 4. And oh wait, I forgot the guns takes up 2, don't they? But it counts as a tool. Can someone remind me how the timing works on this? I remember there's a ruling about Mitch Brown and allies. So the Colt comes in, it would displace it, but since it's giving you new tool quote unquote slots, does it not displace it? Hopefully someone remembers. It works how you want. Okay. Good with the slots. Okay, I thought so, but I had a moment of doubt, which happens because when I'm streaming, I'm always worried about making rules mistakes. It's I have done boneheaded stuff like, oh, I made this cool fire flamethrower bandolier deck, and then in the middle of playing it, oops, those slots do not work. Cool. So I got a gun, I got a camera, and let's move to the. Now, am I gonna go for the card room or the bar? Problem with the bar is that it can sap your actions later. The problem with the card room is it's unreliable, and my luck with the card room is terrible. Like, I think I actually get what I need maybe 10% of the time. So I'm tempted to go bar. The nice thing about the card room is it's closer to getting out of dodge, but I think I'm gonna go bar. Okay. Yeah. I'll just leave it there, and I'll shuffle next turn when we see. Let's flip over the bar. Hunter, he's going to move here. If you're wondering why I'm doing that, it's basically I'm not necessarily trying to rush out yet. If I was doing house second, I probably would. But I would rather just face down the boss now, kill him, hopefully, and not have to worry about him later in the scenario chasing me into the back hall. I've had some bad luck with that in the past. So, that being said, we've done our hunter. We're going to refresh stuff. I'm going to grab a card, which is Vicious Blow. Please take the initiative. I'll take it. I'll take the initiative. 3 of 4. We get another mobster. Dang. This place is crawling well. That being said, maybe I don't want to make my stand at the bar. Maybe I am going to do the card room. Well, start of a turn, let's see what we get for a hunch deck. Well, prep sketches again. Okay. Oh, hi, Scott. Popping in for the rules. Check slots post-play. Yeah, I'm so glad that actually works, because that makes the guns way better than they would be otherwise. Yeah, I do have warning shot. It's important to remember I do have that. So at some point, I can... Yeah, I can move enemies to a connecting location. I love the idea of just being in the middle of the bar, just firing off a warning shot. And I haven't even had a drink yet. Bam. Warning shot in the middle of the Clover Club. To be fair, it's probably not the first time that's happened with all these mobsters running around. I'm not sure if I want to spend the 2 resources on it, honestly. So I think I'm just gonna rethink things a bit. We're gonna pop over to the card room. Ugh, Joe is now in my hand. Okay. I'm also loath to advance the act now because if you advance the act when it's still Agenda 1, then you get an extra criminal in the Darkened Hall. So I'd rather just bide my time and maybe I play this prep sketches. And get maybe some vicious blows, get some help against what's his face? The pit boss. So let's do that. Play the prep sketches and oh no, there's no clue on my location. Never mind, can't do that. That's a Clover Club in these clueless locations. So I'm definitely gonna need a resource. But if I'm going to draw a card, then I should do that first. Although if it's Psychosis, it doesn't really matter. So let's draw a card. Kind of spinning my wheels a bit. Or do I just take 2 resources? That way I have 4 resources to play with for gambling. Yeah, let's do that. Grab 2 resources. That way I'll have 4 to play with. Whoa, everything going topsy-turvy. Hunter phase, enemy phase rather. Pit boss is going to move to me. We're going to refresh and it's going to be time to fight. Inquiring Mind, you are not helpful right now. Although, if I want to get tricky and I don't like the encounter card, I could throw a clue on my location with Malison. Keep that in mind. So 4, we're going to advance. And my questioning has drawn the attention of several men. It has, because this club is crawling with them now. Shuffle the discard pile into the encounter deck. There's nothing to shuffle because it's been all freaking enemies. If the players have completed, I have not. So we're just on Agenda 3, which has no special texts. Criminals do not have aloof anymore, which means Pit Boss is coming to party. And we're going to draw an encounter card. Nope, have not cheated. It's just going to surge. Twist of Fate, I'm fine with that. Let's take that. I did mention the cute hijinks with Inquiring Mind, but I don't think I want to spend that time. -1 is what? A damage? Yep, damage. Cool. Let's just throw it on Malison. That's what he's there for. Alright, let's do this. Okay, let's do our hunch deck first. Prep sketches again? Really? Am I not shuffling this properly? Golly. Okay. Let's fight this guy. So first, I really want to kill him and not mess around. So let's take the initiative. That is 4, 5, 8 to 3. Cool. That's 2 damage. I gotta remind myself, what does this do? If it defeats an enemy, you can move an insight from your discard pile to the bottom of your hunch. From my discard pile to the... I don't think I have any insights in my discard pile. Okay, let's fight again. 5e3. Checking if I have anything I want to check. I think... Do I check scene of the crime? Yeah. I mean, I should be able to investigate the couple of locations at the end. There's only 2 more locations to investigate. I'm at 5 in intellect. Yeah, let's just check it to be sure. So 5 to 3. Of course. Of course. Okay. Okay. 2 up. It's really going to depend on this, and I'm depleting all my Colt bullets, unfortunately. I could check Warning Shot, But am I going to need that later? I think... I mean, it is super useful, potentially, but I'm also going to have... Yeah, I think I have to check it. I have to play a little bit conservative here and make sure I get clear of this boss. Okay. Phew, okay. Didn't need it, but you know what? I'm not sad to be to play it safe there. Let's see. Just get rid of this damage. And this guy is gonna go over to Ye Old Victory Display. Okay, that was my entire turn. Don't have any bullets left. But you know what? The pit boss is gone at least. Would have liked that to go a little bit smoother. But hey. One thing less. I do have another gun in hand in case I need it. Okay, so that makes me feel a little bit better. This should have reset back to 0. So now we're at 1 out of 3. See what we get. Rats. Sure. I'll deal with that. 4 to 1. Not gonna buff. Okay, rats are dead. Punch a rat. We're gonna spend 2 to gamble. Remind myself of the exact rules. If it's Elder Sign, gain 2 clues, 2 resources. If it's an even number, gain 2 clues. If it's basically anything else, then nothing. Okay, let's see if my gambling luck is any better on stream. Hunch deck, yes, thank you. You guys are gonna have to yell at me entire campaign. Yeah, it's something that's not prep sketches. Okay, hunch deck, done. To remember the hunch deck, Scott says, I put a neutral action token in the row before my normal. You know, that's ingenious. I'm gonna do that. Let's do that. Okay. Let's see what we get. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Everything's coming up, Joe. Okay. Awesome. So, 2 clues, 2 resources. If I'm remembering correctly. Yep. 2 clues, 2 resources. So, 1, 2 resources, and 2 clues. Now, did I was supposed to... I'm just realizing I made a play mistake, because the whole reason why I did my Malison trick to stop the pit boss from coming is because I was supposed to get the clue from here. And instead I just grabbed 2 resources. That's frustrating. That's very frustrating. Because now I only have 3 clues. Yeah, I totally forgot what I was supposed to be doing. Well, damn. Yeah, that's gonna eat up some time for sure, when I can't really afford that. I think I'm gonna have to duck into either the bar or the stage. The only problem is the thug is definitely tougher than the mobster. Let's see. Well, the stage isn't even connected, so I'd have to spend even more actions. Going into the bar is easier. Although it could cost me actions later when I'm drinking. Or I could gamble again, yeah. And just cheat. Do I cheat? Do I dare cheat? Yeah, I think gambling again is probably the best option. Boowski. And maybe cheating, like taking that Elder Thing token is not great. But hey, let's write it. See what I get. Even number, come on, even number, come on, even number. Yeah, zero's an even number. Yeah, okay. Don't get carried away. Still got a long way to go. Still got a long way to go. Okay, I got the clues I need. I have to spend them immediately to advance. Yeah, gambling was the right move there. I'm just so scared about my bad luck with gambling. But this time it actually paid off. And the other options were just going to take so many... Not so many actions, but playing house always wins. You learn that every action ends up counting a lot towards the end. So I was really scared to hop back into the bar, plug the guy, then spend the action to get the clues, then spend the action to come back. It's just a lot. This was way more action friendly. Okay, I've collected the requisite number of clues. Immediately spend them to advance. Put the set aside Darkened Hall into play. Let's go to our map. Let's throw it right there. And what else? If it's Agenda 1, discard cards from the top until a criminal is discarded. It's not. That's exactly what I was trying to avoid. And I need 2 clues to spend in the VIP area. We are now out of actions. So yeah, that's it. We don't have any hunters on the board. Let's see what we get. Cool, scene of the crime. 2 out of 3. This is when I really need to get out of here because we're about to get some spheres or servants. Mr. Trench popping in. How we doing? You're due for a win. No doubt, man. I feel like I'm due for a win at this point. Okay, let's see. I did not cheat. I'm glad about that. Okay, you must lose 5 resources. Ouch. Remember that you have cheated. Or put it into my threat area. Each criminal at your location loses a loof. If it's Act 2 or 3, each criminal engaged with you gets +1 fight and +1 evade. That's a rough one. Usually I would lose 5 resources, but I have 4 right now. Do I still take that option? Could remember that I've cheated. Or at least I guess I just have to lose the resources, I think. It sucks to lose 4 resources, especially when I might need a gun, but it's out of the available options. It's probably the safest. Okay, I got my neutral thing here, so that reminds me to do my hunch deck. Prep sketches again, somehow. Let's move to the Darkened Hall. When the Darkened Hall is revealed, that's now going to put out the back hall doorway. Almost said something entirely different. And let's shuffle those up. Boop, boop. And protesting never cheat, in my opinion. Yeah, that Elder Thing token ends up being really bad in Dunwich, and we've already seen a few encounter cards in here that punish you for cheating. I did go through a lot of criminals already, Boowski, you're right. So that hopefully that means I shouldn't see too many more. If I do, I was gonna say I have warning shot, but I committed to that, didn't I? Well, I got 1 bullet left. So let's just go ahead and keep it moving, yeah? See what this first one is. Art gallery, cool. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted. Get the art gallery clue, hopefully, and then go to the next one, which will hopefully, cross my fingers, be the VIP area, get that clue, get Morgan, get out of Dodge. After you fail a skill test while investigating, lose 2 resources. Joke's on you, I don't have any resources. So let's just try 5 for my camera, 5v2. I don't know if I need to commit. I guess there's not too many intellect tests coming up, so I might as well just commit Lexley. Yeah, let's just be sure about things right now. 6v2. Okay, didn't need it, but whatevs. Where's that clue? Grab that clue. No, I'm not playing shortcut right now because I'm saving it for any shenanigans I need to do at the very end. Do I do prep sketches? I don't know if I need to do. Should I have done? I mean, I could have done prep sketches, but I'm just really worried about having enough actions. Really. If I get the unsolved case, I'm gonna be broke in its late scenario. Yeah, no doubt. I don't. That encounter card soaked me of a lot of money, unfortunately. So no hunters on the board yet. Got 1 resource now. Got 1 card now, which is Strange Solution. Still probably won't have time. Now here's where things get interesting. Spawn a random enemy from the Hideous Abominations encounter set. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And we get spheres. Of course we do. Everyone's favorite. They're going to spawn in the lounge. Shuffle the rest of that set. The Striking Fear encounter set, which in our case is the new Erratic Fear from the return set. And discard pile into the deck. So this goes in there. This goes in there. This goes in there. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Basically, La Bella Luna is gone. And this guy's going to get moved to the lounge to get eaten by spheres. Okay. See, this is why I wanted Malice in, is because I don't know how many times I've drawn a spheres in the lounge and then immediately drawn other spheres, and it's basically the end of the road at that point. So let's see. 1 doom on each criminal. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. Okay. Apparently this is the game of being broke. That's fine. Let's do my hunch tech. Working a hunch. Well, that'll come in handy. So let's move twice. Once here, once back here. Please be VIP area. Yeah. Okay. Just got to remember that I can't draw resources or draw a card during upkeep. We're going to finally play a hunch card. Finally. Play for free and discover a clue. My location. Grab that bad boy. And we now have the 3 we need, yeah? We only needed 2, actually. So I could have done this before. But it's not a mandatory have to spend right away. I wanted the VP, of course. So spend 2. We can advance. Okay, if I have not completed extracurricular activity, we're going to find Dr. Morgan gambling. We're going to put him in the VIP area. As you do. Right here. And then we're going to advance to All In, which we need to snap Dr. Morgan out of it. We can... Actually, I might want to change the order of things, if I may. Because Yeah. Because we actually had the 2 clues we needed already. Yeah, so instead, Instead, I'm gonna do a slight retcon. I'm not gonna have played the Working a Hunch yet. It was a free action anyway. So we moved twice. We went into the VIP area. We advanced the act. Dr. Morgan is there. We're now gonna do the parlay with him. Since there's a clue on the location, we can do Inquiring Mind. That's why I did that little retcon. Didn't really know new information was revealed, so I feel okay about doing that. So we have 2, 3, 6 to 3 on our parlay. Okay. Yeah, let's roll with that. Do I throw in the strange solution, or I'm gonna try to make it happen? Let us roll with 3 up. Okay. So Dr. Morgan is going to come here. Dr. Mallison is out trading doctors. Now we're going to do the Working a Hunch. Grab it. And now I'm going to play my shortcut to get out of here so that I don't get hit by the VIP area cannot draw cards or resources during the upkeep phase. Okay, so start of the enemy phase. Discard each criminal at the same location as an abomination. So this mobster is going to get 8. Get eaten. And then the spheres are going to move to the card room. And then we're going to refresh stuff. Get a resource, get a card. 2 strange solutions. Oh, people are screaming at me about the camera. Yeah, I forgot to put the I should have the last resource actually. And so I have +1 sanity actually. I think actually I got 2 technically, if we want to be pedantic about it, which I do. Okay, so this should have gone back down actually, so it's now 1 out of 7, and let's see what we get. Did I draw a card? I did draw. Did I draw a Mythos card? Yeah, it was the losing resources. Okay, got paranoid for a second. Okay, so Twist of Fate, sure, let's roll with it. Let's have damage, which we can, Dr. Morgan will gladly soak up. We're going to move to the last location. And what we're going to do now is play Strange Solution. Because we actually have some time to spare, and let's see if we can clear this thing. Oh, hunch deck. What did I do? Somehow I turned that into a seeker, but okay, Working a Hunch again. I'm kind of glad my hunch deck is so big at this point, because hopefully I can avoid the unsolved case. So what did I do? I played Strange Solution. Let's try to identify it. We're at 5 with the camera. We can go up to 6 with the camera. We can go up to 7 with that wild pip. So 7 to 4. That is a success. We have now identified the solution. Discard Strange Solution and draw 2 cards. We can't quite resign yet. Oh, there's my crack the case. Can't quite resign yet. So there's still a chance we might get that on unsolved case. So this guy's going to move there. Okay, let's wrap this bad boy up, hopefully. And 2 doom out of 7. Rats. Should I bother punching them? I'm gonna punch a rat on my way out. In fact, I'm gonna smoke the rat with my last resource. 5 to 1. What is cultist? Yeah, I succeed, so I gain 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. Rat is gone. Oh, hunch deck. Final hunch deck. Okay, no unsolved case. So punch rat, and then we resign. That's it. That's all she wrote. That is all she wrote. Yeah. So let's do a count of our VP. We have our friend. Where is he at? Pit Boss, 1 VP. We got 2 VP. We got 3 VP. Yep, this guy didn't have VP anyway, so there's no point. Yeah, so 3 VP. Not bad. I mean, House always wins, and Dunwich is a little stingy anyway. We got 3 VP. We got the Strange Solution identified already when I didn't think we would get the chance to in this scenario. So overall, that was a good run. That went better than I was expecting. I was a little nervous. Even now, after having played this scenario a million times, House Always Wins can catch me by surprise. But Joe had a good run. Thanks to chat for reminding me constantly about the Hawkeye folding camera and the hunch deck. I'm gonna say the Hawkeye folding camera is MVP. I really was leaning on that hard, hoping that it could get me through this scenario, particularly with the will test. The timing worked out great of being able to put out Dr. Morgan, use Inquiring Mind, then grab the clue with Working a Hunch, shortcut away. Just got some nice combos going, so I'm really happy with that. The guns did what they needed to do. Smoked the Pit Boss. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to buy with that 3 XP yet. I actually don't think I'm going to buy Higher Ed in this campaign because 8 XP, I am playing by taboo rules, in case I didn't make that clear. So 8 XP is a lot in Dunwich, so I think I'm going to let it ride with the folding camera and maybe some other will boosting tools along the way. So next time around, I'll talk about what I'm going to upgrade to. And I'm going to have to do some hard thinking about what that is, what's going to serve me best, kind of going into the next couple of scenarios. But that all being said, thanks for joining me. Next time around, Joe is going to go to college and head into the extracurricular activity. See if Jazz will once again be the bottom card of the deck or not. And until then, this has been Ian, and I'll see you next time on Abandoned and Alone.